Hi, my loves. Today I'm bringing a calm, grounded message around the medbeds, who qualifies, how the process works, and what Sky has shared over the years. There's been a lot of confusion recently, so this video is simply to bring clarity, compassion, and understanding. Not arguments, not fear. I will also discuss security and why it is very important. Let's talk through it together, gently and clearly.
Medbed Summary. Clear and calm. Hi, my loves. Here is a short and clear explanation of medbed access based on what Sky shared throughout the years. Stars. Priority 1. Immediate medical need. These people are seen first. Star. Terminal cancer. Dementia. Severe neurological decline. Critical life-threatening stages. They do not need to be 4D or 5D. These are compassion priority cases. Stars. Priority 2. 4D and 5D frequency, inner work completed. These are individuals who have done inner healing, are stable emotionally, are aligned with truth, compassion, and awakening. Earlier intel, 4D or 5D. Later intel, mainly 5D. The deeper truth, it's about vibration, not labels. Stars. Self-defense cases. People who harm someone to protect their own life are not evil. They can access medbeds if they're in 4D/5D vibration. No access. Medbeds do not help evil individuals, scammers, predators, people who intentionally harm others, people who reject truth and refuse to change. Priority 3. Humanitarians with Zim and approved projects. After medical cases, access goes to humanitarians, with humanitarian projects, with Zim, approved by the Alliance military. However, your funding needs to be approved by the Alliance military. If no funding, you will have to wait for the public appointments. Sky's consistent number. Humanitarians may bring 6 people. NDAs. Mandatory before public disclosure. If medbeds are active before the public is aware, humanitarians and their 6 people must sign NDAs. Breaking the NDA cancels your medbed appointment, all 6, your 6 people you have chosen to have a medbed appointment before the general public. You must explain clearly to your 6 people if anyone talks, all appointments will be canceled. Your 6 people, whoever is working, must consider leaving their job because how are they going to explain to their colleagues why they look different? Your 6 people must be able to fund themselves financially until such time the medbeds are announced to the public or the humanitarian can sponsor that person. If they cannot fund themselves or cannot be sponsored, the appointment will be canceled. You will need to be hiding until the medbeds have been disclosed to the public. Phones should be powered off during sensitive stages. Some people remove batteries, but even having a phone nearby can risk breach. The Alliance monitors NDAs in ways we cannot see. There could be a drone flying around in your location. You don't know if that drone has a microphone and camera. Inner healing required. Humanitarians must complete emotional and mental healing before entering a medbed. The body can be transformed instantly, but the mind must be ready. Smooth said some people were unhappy because they were not mentally prepared for their new body. Who's Smoo? Smoo is an alien gray child who communicates with Sky. He works with the medbeds off-planet. Aftercare. People will remain in a medbed center until their mind adjusts. Limb replacement or severe damage requires longer adjustment. Global access. 209 Nasara Jasara nations. And nations not part of Nasara and Gesserina. Everyone in the 209 participating nations will eventually have access. Any person outside of the 209 nations will receive access to the medbeds. You will be picked up from anywhere in the world, taken to the nearest medbed center. Replicators for humanitarians. After their medbed appointment and stabilization, approved humanitarians can pick up their replicator from a designated secure location. Additional note on NDAs and safety. Sky also shared that NDAs must be taken seriously, especially before medbeds become public. If an NDA is broken, even accidentally, the appointment for the individual and their 6 linked people will be canceled. This isn't punishment, it is protection for the technology, the medical teams, and the global transition. For safety reasons, it is recommended to keep phones switched off during sensitive stages. Some people remove batteries. But even having a phone nearby can risk breach. The Alliance monitors compliance in ways we cannot see.
Introduction. I shared an audio from Sky recently when she said medbeds are no longer dependent on the announcement of the RV. However, to date, we haven't heard any more updates regarding the medbeds. Tonight, I want to bring clarity around the medbeds, calmly, gently, and without fear. Let's focus on what we do know, based on years of Sky's intel and consistent alliance patterns. Why all the delays? Security first. Security is the #1 priority before medbeds can be released. Sky said years ago, bad actors would try to steal or sell medbeds for profit. Deep state remnants still exist in the shadows. Medbed locations, staff, and humanitarians must be fully protected. The Alliance must ensure no theft, no corruption, no sabotage, no black market trafficking, no danger to medical teams or humanitarian leaders. This is why NDAs exist. This is why centers are undisclosed. This is why access will be controlled. Global peace before technology, Nasara Gesara requirements. No wars, no threats of wars, no nuclear risks, no corrupt leaders controlling nations. President Trump has been diffusing conflicts in India versus Pakistan, Israel versus Hamas, Russia versus Ukraine, Venezuela under Maduro, Iraq ending USD smuggling and corruption. President Trump has also secured peace in other nations as well. Nasara and Gesara require global stability before medbeds can safely emerge.
NDA Consequences. Sky was very clear about NDAs. If a humanitarian or any of their 6 people breaks the NDA, their medbed appointment is canceled, and all 6 linked appointments are canceled as well. This isn't punishment, it's protection. Until the technology is public, the Alliance military cannot risk leaks, exposure, or people being harmed by sleepers who don't understand. It's also recommended to avoid having your phone switched on during anything NDA related. Some people even remove batteries for extra safety. But personally, I wouldn't risk breaking protocols in any way. We do not know how the Alliance monitors NDA compliance, but given the scale of the operation, it is safest to treat NDAs with absolute seriousness. This is safe, neutral, not fear-based. Should humanitarians and their 6 people have their appointments? Let me clarify the point of using your phones. In my opinion, no one is telling people that they cannot have access to their phones. You can still use your phones. However, no one knows how the Alliance military will check everyone's phones. I mean, imagine if 1 million humanitarians go in for their medbed appointments before the public. That is a lot of resources for the Alliance to check 1 million or more phones. However, it's better to be safe than sorry. Use your phone, but just don't tell anyone. Also, I just thought, what if you've had your appointment, you and your 6 people, and you break the NDA? What is the outcome of that? Nobody knows. However, for the humanitarian with projects, you still need to keep to the instructions of your NDA and advise the same to your 6 people, because you may require funding in the future. Who knows if you broke the NDA or one of your 6 people broke their NDA? How does that affect future funding for your projects from the Alliance military? Sky did say the NDA will be until the medbeds are released to the public. She did say that could be 1 or 2 years. We don't know. Expanded NDA point. It's not about spying or punishment. It's about global safety, timing, and keeping the operation secure until humanity is ready.
1. Zim clarity, what we actually know. There has been no new official intel from the U.S. Treasury and no updates from Jeff Rime, so we still have 2 unconfirmed versions. 2. Version 1, U.S. Treasury contact intel, possibly 1 × 100T Zim accepted, 20% to global humanitarian projects, 80% for your project. Must have a humanitarian project to qualify. No confirmation so far. 3. Version 2, Jeff Rime's intel, possibly 2 × 100T Zim accepted, same 20%, 80% structure, also for project holders only. But again, nothing confirmed. 4. Why I trust Mayhem Mel's version the most. Mel is raw and factual, investigates globally, has fought off scammers who stole from her, attended a private meeting with Redemption Center leaders, military personnel, and 1 spiritual advisor. Her intel was the most grounded. Humanitarians with real projects will receive structured payouts. Structured payouts include 10, 25, 50, or 100 years. Deposits monthly, quarterly, or annually. Funds go into your QFS Motherlode account. You may also open an operational QFS account. Alliance military will audit your project. This protects the public and ensures you do not run out of funds. 5. What about redemption centers outside the U.S.? Wolverine has said, do not guess. Wait for your notification email. Countries like New Zealand may have a different system. The instructions will come directly from your email notification. No one outside the Alliance will know ahead of time. 6. Summary. The cleanest way to understand the Zim. There are 2 versions of Zim intel and neither is confirmed, but the most grounded guidance came from Mayhem Mel, who attended a private meeting and explained that structured payouts will be used for humanitarian-level Zim, overseen by the Alliance military. This ensures long-term stability, accountability, and protection for everyone involved. Simple, honest, calm, no hype.
Let go of the things that make you drown.
If I could tell you one thing, it would be this. Not everyone needs to dazzle. Some of us are here to observe gently, to offer biscuits and warm smiles, to clap for others without needing the spotlight. There's beauty in not being the loudest voice in the room. There's a quiet power in showing up every day, being kind, and not needing to be noticed.
You will never forget a person who came to you with a torch in the dark. By M. Rose.
I'm not worried about the road ahead. Faith tells me that no matter what lies ahead of me, God is already there.
Different intel sources share different puzzle pieces, but when you look at the whole picture, the message is very clear. Highest need medical cases first. 4D, 5D next. Humanitarians after that. Evil or harmful individuals, no access. Everyone in 209 Nasara Gasara nations will eventually be seen. However, globally, Anyone outside of the 209 Nasara nations will also have access to the medbeds. Please also note, there are thousands of medbed scammers making money from innocent, desperate people. Remember, medbed treatments, transportation, extra time for healing at a medbed center, foods, even your new clothes using the replicator are all free. Beware of the scammers. People have spent thousands of dollars when Sky has always said that medbed appointments are all free. Stay calm. Stay centered. Stay in your light. Your frequency shapes your future.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this calm and grounded breakdown. My intention is always to remove the fear, remove the confusion, and help you stay steady as things unfold in divine timing. The medbeds will arrive when it is safe. The humanitarian funding will come when the world is ready. And until then, the most important thing you can do is protect your frequency, look after your health, and stay aligned with truth and calm. Your journey matters, your healing matters, and your light is needed in this time. Thank you for being here, and thank you for holding the frequency of clarity and compassion. Stay safe, stay steady, and stay in your light.
Closing emotional message. My loves, medbeds are not just technology, they are a doorway to healing and hope. They will come when the world is safe. Your frequency, your heart, and your healing matter far more than timelines. You are not forgotten. You are guided. Stay centered, stay aligned, stay in your light.
This video is for general informational and spiritual discussion only. All content shared here reflects publicly available intel, spiritual perspectives, and personal interpretation. Nothing in this video is medical advice, financial advice, or guaranteed prediction. Always use your own discernment and make decisions that feel right for you.